Wow, low unemployment, high jobs, high wages, big consumer confidence, major productivity, and no inflation. It's totally awesome. We're killing it on the economy.
So, while the Trump administration continues to jerk itself off, claiming that it is helping the United States economy, a new study came out and found that 13 million children across the United States are living in poverty. A leading children's rights group has called for a doubling of the federal minimum wage and wider access to housing subsidies to end the most moral travesty of millions of children living in poverty while the wealthiest Americans get tax cuts. As we saw with the big Trump tax cut, who got the biggest benefits there? The Children's Defense Fund said in a new report that about 13 million American children are living in homes with incomes below the poverty line, depriving many of a decent education and a proper nutrition, and also putting them at risk of homelessness and violence. 2/3 of those that are living in poverty are children of color. Surprise, surprise, is that possibly from systematic racism? No child should have to worry where her next meal will come from or whether she will have a place to sleep each night in the wealthiest nation on earth. Yet more than 12.8 million children in America, about 1 in 5, live in poverty and face these harsh realities every day, said the report, Ending Child Poverty Now. So going forward, we have to look. The CDF said poverty stacks the odds against children for life, affecting their development and their opportunities in the long run. About 1 in 3 live in families where at least one adult is in a full-time but often poorly paid job. The organization also calls for a sweeping action by Washington. It said that a combination of more than doubling the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour within 5 years, increased tax credits, and also widening child care subsidies would cut child poverty by more than half. Increasing access to housing subsidies to low-income families on less than 150% of the poverty level of $25,000 a year for a family of 4 would alone lift 2 million children out of poverty. So, child poverty is an urgent and preventable crisis. Solutions to child poverty in our nation already exist. We just need to invest in them and expand them instead of cutting them to give more tax cuts to the top 1%. Benefits like nutrition assistance, housing vouchers, and tax credits helped lift nearly 7 million children out of poverty alone in 2017. But millions of children were left behind due to inadequate funding, eligibility restrictions, and low wages. We can and must get that done. The report also estimates that the cost of the measures at $52 billion, just 1.4% of federal spending. This is a bargain for our nation, which in 2017 spent nearly $2 trillion on tax cuts for the wealthiest individuals and corporations. This can easily afford. Now, every dollar invested in reducing child poverty will return at least $7 to our economy, the report also went on to say. The question is not whether we have the knowledge or resources to end child poverty, but whether we have the morale and decency and political will to end child poverty. Mary Lee Allen, the CDF's policy director, said she is encouraged that there appears to be a greater discussion about poverty at a federal level and that some states are taking this initiative themselves and not waiting for the federal government to get behind. I think that's what gives us encouragement is that we can see more action that we haven't seen in the past. A number of states have approved increases in the minimum wage, she said. In a country as rich as ours, there is no excuse. There is no reason. It's a moral travesty that we are leaving these children behind. And that's all I have for you guys on this article. Again, Donald Trump's administration isn't doing jack shit for the economy. He's reaping the benefits of the Obama administration, trying to say that his administration is helping the economy when the facts say all the opposite. The administration has continued to attack the working class. It has continued to benefit the top 1%, corporate welfare, the leading welfare in America, while we cut domestic welfare. military spending continues to get increased each year, but we are told we don't have enough money for Medicare for all, for better education. We don't have any of this money. No, no, no. But we always have enough money for war. We always have enough money for corporations, but never for the working class. That's all I have for you guys on this video. If you like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at The Daily Ember. And if you want to support the show for as little as $5 a month, you can do so by joining my Patreon for patreon.com/TheDailyEmber. Thanks for watching, and remember, this has been your Daily Ember.